Okay, so we are live just a little bit earlier today. Let me get the overlay up. Welcome to the watch along for game 3. Thought I'd get started just a little bit earlier because they usually tend to start a bit earlier as well. To kick things off today, there's been a lot of discussion surrounding Cam Thomas and whether he deserves game time after especially scoring 84 points when your team couldn't buy a bucket. Jacques Vaughan has talked about trying to allocate minutes to Cam Thomas. Didn't mention Seth Curry or Joe Harris. He opted to mention the starters in the press conference post-game, I do believe. But Spencer Dinwiddie has also been a big talking point because he is the facilitator of the offense and is thus responsible for the kind of looks you get. This quote off Twitter says, if the Nets want to play fast, having Dinwiddie dribble every possession under 10 seconds isn't the way, which is 100% correct. And that happened way too often, way too often last game. And one of the reasons is because Spencer Dinwiddie is scared shitless of Joel Embiid. And so thus he's forced into quite a few mid-range jump shots, which aren't his bread and butter. And so he can't drive it, and usually his driving to the basket game is the way he facilitates the basketball because it's a simple driving kick and it opens the floor up. But given Philly have collapsed the paint and Joel Embiid is the man in the middle, that's been a bit of a deterrent. And plays like Cam Thomas will thrive. Especially given the mid-ranges of the shots that they're giving us. And if they opt to pick Cam Thomas up in the mid-range, well then there probably is some opportunity to drive it to the cup because they're now committing to stopping the mid-range. It seems like it's been a key to push the tempo and push the pace. Obviously last game, it was so incredibly slow, the pace. At times, at least, that's what it felt like. Bit of a drag. But we need to, the turnovers we were forcing the other day were pretty good. But it's just those little things. The second chance points were the big thing that killed us the other day, and the big rebounding disparity. Voice crack. And I think I don't remember who said this, but someone said on Twitter that 3-and-D shit is cool until you're one of 6 in a playoff game. Now you're just a rando who fouls on defense and can't do shit, but stands still and chuck threes on offense. When your roster is composed of 3-and-D wings that can't hit 3-pointers like the other game, we ended up with a bunch of players that fouled on defense and couldn't shoot on offense. And that was basically just them doing cardio for a large portion of the game. JV did get asked again about Cam Thomas, and he said, if I felt like we were struggling to get looks, maybe that could be an answer, but I thought that we got looks and I thought they were makeable. Is Cam on the back of my brain? Yes, and he knows that. Could he play when we get back to Brooklyn? Yes, but I didn't think we were struggling to get looks. The ball just didn't go in. Well, the thing is with that, if the ball's struggling to go in, Cam Thomas is a player you should have gone to as a last resort. You can be creating the looks, but it's bloody useless if you're creating the looks if you can't make them. And Cam Thomas is a guy that even though the ball is going to get glued to his hands, you're relying on a guy who not only can shot create, or bringing in a player that can shot create, but also actually make the shot, which is sort of imperative. Anyway, starting 5 remains the same. I don't really need to brush over this too much. Basically the same as last game and the same as it has been for quite a few games. But we're getting ready to kick this one off. Potentially the last screen of the year because game 4 is early in the afternoon in New York. So we may not necessarily be able to cover that game, but here we go. Made a conscious decision to get the stream underway nice and early. All right, here we go. Game 3. Big game, need a response. Didn't get that in game 2. Well, we did to some extent, but not the extent which would constitute a win. It's going to be interesting to see how we can deliver, man. It's gonna be the rebounding and the physicality for me, not fouling, but being physical and ensuring that everything is difficult. Spencer needs to rock up because he just hasn't. He just has not rocked up. He hasn't been a turnover machine, but he's just been a non-factor that's really stunted the way we play, basically. Here we go. Game 3 is underway, and Kalax wins the tip. Tommy, hope you're doing well, my guy. Welcome to the stream. Let's hope that's not the only thing we win today. Of course, I'm referring to the jump ball. Bridges in the corner for 3. It's off. Rebound by Maxi. And if the 3s aren't falling, just don't fucking... Oh my god. If the 3s aren't falling, don't force it, man. So James Harden, in like 122 minutes of action, had not gotten a foul call. And right there, he's just been fouled for the first time in about 3 playoff games. So, free throws for Harden. First is good. And we're underway in the scoring department. And the second is good. So Harden is perfect from the line, and it is now Dinwiddie who will send it to Clax, and now looking for a handoff. Bridges, pull up 2 is short. You just knew it upon the release. Harden dribbled it off his foot, but it ends up with Embiid. Passes it out to Tucker. That is off. And Johnson with the rebounds. That is the kind of shot we needed to force more in the second half the other day. Decided to close Tucker out, which wasn't the right option. Dinwiddie on the catch and shoot 3. He airballed it. Jesus Christ, Spence has really stunk it up. That shot sort of like sums it up. Maxi to Embiid. Dared to shoot the 3, shoots the 3, misses the 3. Oh my god, that's clearly our ball. It bobbled up on the rim for quite some time, and we're pretty lucky that we got let off there, because that could have been a bit of a disaster. And a recycled possession for the Sixers instead. Dinwiddie. Oh my god, man. It couldn't be any fucking clearer that was a foul. We're going to get 2 shots. And he hasn't been able to do that nearly enough in this playoff series. So Spencer at the line shooting 2 to get us on the board in this 3rd playoff game. That is good. Even at the free throw line, he's been a bit iffy as well. The second is good. Spencer's on the board. The Nets are on the board. That's what we want. So Maxi going to bring it up this time. I love saying his name. High screen by Tucker, who hit the deck. No foul because he fell by himself. Maxi into the paint, lost the ball, got it back somehow. And gets the roll. I don't understand how he was able to retain that. Bridges, early offense, layup, and we've got a foul on Harris. So 2 more for Mikal. In the first half last game, we were pretty good getting to the free throw line and forcing, forcing the shooter or the defender to foul. I think two players had 3 fouls, 1 and 2 in the previous game prior to halftime. So within 2 minutes, we've already had 2 fouls going in our direction. So early going, 2 minutes gone. Bridges going to shoot the second. And the second is good. So Maxi. Couple of screens being set. Tucker now top of the key. Harden. 1-on-1 with Spence. The step back 3 is off. It rattles out. And the rebound by Bridges. Oh, what a take! And he steps over. Oh, my. Oh, that is ridiculous, Joel. Clax is the ultimate shit stirrer. Embiid is in the shits and he's going to walk away because he thinks he did nothing. Joel Embiid, that's a fucking joke. The Nets bench are loving it. Clax, the ultimate shit-stirring play. The alley-oop lob finish. Grabbed it with one hand, escorted it with the second, and then he walks over Embiid. That is an intentional kick. That's definitely a flagrant 1. I don't know about a flagrant 2. That's a game-changing play. If he's just fucking kicked him in the nuts. What is that? Get out of here. Get out of here. There is no fucking way that could be a flagrant 2. He could be out in the first 2.5 minutes of the game. And if so, that changes the complexion of the game entirely. He has to be gone. He's kicked him in the nuts whilst he's laying on the floor. Clax, the ultimate instigator. That is 100%. 100%. Get out of here. And Clax didn't do shit. He didn't say shit. He remained disciplined. He didn't get sucked in by that rubbish. That is... As the leading player of the Sixers, you can't do that. You can't do that. If he gets only a flagrant 1 for this... He's literally... That's intentional as hell. Get him out of here. Send him away. I don't want to hear it. Every single time. That's so well done by Clax for like forcing it. If he's out, big play. And every single time it's played on the replay monitor or on the Jumbotron, the crowd's going nuts. They're going to keep him out there, 100%. I just know they're going to keep him out. If Clax is the MVP for doing that, if it's a flagrant 2. Because then, mate, the Sixers... They obviously play through Embiid. They play through Embiid, so it's going to really be interesting how they navigate that one. Bro, Embiid, like, even if he didn't connect, like, the intent is so there. Send him out. And because it's a playoff series, obviously the decision is heightened, or the importance of the decision is heightened. This is huge. If he gets kicked out in the first 2.5 minutes of the playoff game, I mean, if there's no bigger opportunity for us to win, or if there's ever an opportunity for us to win, now. What? How is he still in? Oh my... Oh, you can't be fucking serious. Oh my god. You cannot be fucking serious. He has remained in the game after kicking someone intentionally in the nuts as a retaliatory act. That is a joke. You get a flagrant 1 foul for doing something that is like a non-basketball play. That's just not even fucking basketball. And Harden gets a technical free throw because Clax picked up the tech. That is fucking rubbish. So basically, you can do that and remain in the game. That's setting a fucking precedent for the rest of the league. You can do whatever you want. You can kick someone intentionally and not get booted. That's a fucking joke. And that, if he gets kicked out, that could dictate how the game is run. Well, it does dictate how the game is run. You lose Embiid and the Sixers look monumentally different. If that... Yeah, it looks incredibly different. The way the Sixers line up and have to adjust basically their entire scheme because it's all based off Embiid. So Clax converted the tech, but Joel Embiid remains in the game. It's fucking rubbish. That is such a bullshit decision. Dinwiddie, Doe on the wing. Bridges trying to receive it, and Doe just threw it away. Oh, for fuck's sake, man. That is fucking bullshit. Literally, so basically everyone can do that in the league. That's what you're saying. You can't get booted out if you just flat out kick someone. That is incredible, man. Embiid is... Clax with the steal! He took it away from Embiid, and he dunks it down! Excellent start by Clax. That's what we need. Energy in the building already. And Clax, I think, we talked about physicality, or JV talked about physicality pre-game. You got to bring it. That's what we've brought so far. Maxi with the runner for 2. Daniel, hope you're doing well, my man. My mans. So 9-6. McCall gets by James Harden. Kick out to Dinwiddie. Back to McCall. Picked up by Harden in the corner. He's going to drive baseline. Extra pass. Clax, the push shot is good. And he has started on fire. He's a man on a mission. Maxi responds with a 3. Contested. Maxi is the problem. I'm actually so scared about Maxi, man. Dinwiddie banks it in for 2. So Spence and Clax have well and truly shown up to start the game. Clax picking up Embiid on the outside, trying to reach in. Embiid backs him down. The spin, he lost it initially. Defense collapses, but Embiid flips it in for his first bucket of the game. So both teams shooting 4 of 7. McCall, 3. Got it! 16-11 Nets. Harris picked up by Bridges. He's going to pick up his dribble. They're looking for Embiid again. They got it there, but it was difficult. Maxi, good cut. High arcing, 2 is off. And the rebound by the Nets. Dinwiddie. Bounce pass. Doe. Bridges. 3. Got it! Ah! And we have started the game just like the last. We look like dictators of the game. Playing pretty rapidly, getting good looks. It helps that Clax has gotten in the game nice and early. But I'll tell you what, that Joel Embiid kick is going to live rent-free in my head. It's an elevated version of all those years ago when the Nets played the Sixers. Joel Embiid, it was fair, but he viciously slapped the ball out of Jarrett Allen's hands, and Jarrett Allen's hands, and Jarrett Dudley took offense to that, even though he wasn't even remotely in the play. And then he got ejected with Jimmy Butler, of all people. So it was a bit of a menace for that, but bro, how is that not a flagrant 2? The league's got something to explain. A fucking flagrant 1 foul for kicking him. So yeah, as I said, like there's been so much shit about Draymond Green in the last couple of days, whether, you know, Sabonis, Draymond Green. I don't really I didn't see the incident in its entirety, but so much discussion as to what, you know, penalty or punishment those two guys should have picked up for their little altercation, little interaction in game 1, was it? That resulted in injury as well. But this is just fucking blatant. Like, if you're not going to kick him out for that, I don't know what you have to do. I do not know what you have to do. That's fucking ridiculous. How do you even work that out? That is ridiculous. Those who have just joined us, though, welcome to the stream. I hope you're all doing excellently well. Clax has started the game really well. Really, really well. And also pre-game, the Nets weren't missing from 3 in the warm-ups. That's just something to note. We've actually started pretty well. Mikal Bridges has hit a couple of 3-pointers. On the other end, Maxi's been the main source of offense for the Sixers. We've held up Joel Embiid again. The physicality's good. Everything, I reckon the way we've started, like, that's been good. It's like everything we've done right. We've played with pace, forced turnovers, gotten to the free throw line. Like, Dinwiddie and Clax have gotten on the board. Clax has already got about 3 buckets, man. Crazy stuff. That is rubbish. I cannot get over this call. And it's more because I hate Embiid. You cannot do that. You cannot do that and stay on the fucking court. That is rubbish. Wait, Dame's in the Barclays Center. Dame Dollar to Brooklyn. Potentially on. The dots connect. Bro, what is Spence doing? I mean, we committed way too many numbers to Embiid and left Tucker open, wide open under the basket. So, Sixers out of the timeout score. So, since the Claxton dunk, we have not missed from the field. Johnson, picked up by PJ Tucker on the outside. The high screen by Claxton. Now Dinwiddie. He's got Tucker on him. Drive it. Got by him. Lost the ball. And we have a foul. It's not going to be Mikal to the Blazers, I can tell you that much. Why on earth would we trade Mikal to the Blazers? With all these players and Sean Marks saying that we're retooling, not rebuilding, why would we trade Mikal to the Blazers? We rejected a deal for 4 first-round picks for Mikal. I don't think we're trading him. So Dinwiddie has gone to the line for now 4 free throws in the first quarter when he basically couldn't buy one in the first couple of games. We've already had 7 free throws. 21-13 the scoreline. That's probably the biggest point of emphasis for this Nets team Probably the biggest reason why we're in front right now. Harris at the elbow tries to drive on Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie held his own, but Harris was able to knock it up and in, or throw it up and in. So, offense looking pretty decent thus far. Bridges on the drive. Brings it back out to his fellow twin in CJ. Guarded by Harden, top of the key. He's going to drive it. The layup off the window. Did not get the angle, and good defense by Harden and Embiid. Rebound. And now Maxey. Harden. It's going to slow the tempo down. They're going to look for Embiid at the top of the key. He's doubled. Harden. Had a bit of space to shoot the three. Embiid. Doubled. Good by Doe. Nearly got the steal, Cam Johnson. And Maxey, man. Fucking hell. Dude, this guy can't miss. Defense was pretty good on that. Dinwiddie, Doe on the catch. Missed it. Clax nearly got the board. Wasn't able to be strong with it. Only got a hand to it. Now the Sixers the other way through Tobias Harris on the wing. He's going to drive and spin. Backs down Johnson. One-on-one. Kick out. Embiid. Dead to shoot the three. And he bricks it. Rebound by Doe. And we're going to push the pace again. McCall gets by Harden. Layup. It's a block. And it's going to be Nets ball on the side. We've got some changes being made by both sides. Maxey's way more dangerous than Harden. That's what I said in the preview. I was more worried about Maxey than Harden because Harden's a bit more passive, I feel. Johnson straight from the inbounds. That was well off, but Royce back taps it to McCall. Dinwiddie on the catch in the corner. He got it. Spencer's woken up, ladies and gentlemen. He's got 9, I do believe. So Royce is in. DeAnthony Melton is in for the Sixers. Maxey in the corner. Gets through. Oh, that is acrobatic. So crafty, man. We got to stop this guy. Dinwiddie. Oh, that lob. Spence did not need to lob that up. Harris, Melton on the catch. The three is off. And of course, Embiid is a flop and he goes to ground. So, Spence needs, like on that previous possession, he's gone for a lob to Clax. He absolutely just has to do the exact same motion except send it towards the basket with the little scoop. Because he scooped it up to Clax, who is just, like, it was way too loopy a pass. He didn't maintain the separation for the lob pass to actually have any pace on it. So Dayron's going to play some minutes in place of Clax. Maxey on the drive. Miss. How did Tucker get the fucking rebound, dude? Oh my god. PJ Tucker has single-handedly out-rebounded 4 players, dude. At that point, pack it up and send it home. Johnson got it for 2 with Melton on his back shoulder. Mate, they are fucking ridiculous. The refs, man. Tony Brothers especially. Just... Oh, that's good defense. But guess who's open? Melton, he got by. Oh my god, that is a ferocious dunk. Sheesh. That's what happens when you have to double Joel Embiid, eh? There's going to be someone open somewhere, and the closeout's going to be a bit late, so... Dinwiddie, the push shot, he is fouled again, and Maxey will pick it up again. I believe that's his second foul. Joel, man, what the fuck is he doing today, man? Dayron Sharp now forcing it a little bit. Bit of a scuffle between those two. Mate, Joel Embiid is woken up feeling dangerous today. Oh my god, Joel Embiid is... That guy's a fucking prick. Seriously, like he He's grabbing Dayron's arm and then complaining that Dayron's not letting go of his arm. Just give me a break. So let's have a look at the box score just to get a bit of an idea as to what the situation is. Show us the flagrant foul. It is all over social media right now. If you just search up Joel Embiid on Twitter, you will find it. I may look at it at the half, but score 26-25. It's been a pretty decent first quarter viewing-wise. A lot of entertainment. You can see for the Sixers, Maxey is leading the way considerably. We need to stop him, simply put. The problem is, I mean, we're doing a good job of stopping Embiid and Harden. So once you try to stop Maxey, you're probably removing the resources to stop Harden and Embiid, and they'll probably heat up. Shooting the ball well, the Sixers are. For the Nets, we've got 9 from Spence and 7 from Clax. Clax didn't score a point the other day, and Dinwiddie, well, he didn't do too much either, to be quite honest. And McCall's got 8, so it's been a good start by that lot. They've had a couple extra shots. We've gotten to the free throw line, which has been our point of difference. It's very even, and the scoreline would indicate that. So, 2 minutes 47 to play in this first quarter. But man, that I cannot get over the flagrant. Cannot get over it. Because he is literally gone out of his way to kick him. So intentional. Clax did nothing except walk over him, which is something that Embiid hasn't done before. Sarcasm. Fucking ridiculous. People saying, should he have been ejected? More like, how long should he be suspended for? That's just rubbish. As I said, you're setting the precedent that you can kick anyone in the nuts and remain in the game. Complete bullshit. Complete bullshit. Can't believe it. I don't know why he's still in the game. That would have made our task a lot more straightforward in not having to double Embiid anymore, so you can force Harden into some bullshit and send more resources to Maxey, but like that is just the Nets in a nutshell. We don't get the fucking run-of-the-mill, like, ever. Always us going against the grain. That's not the correct use of that phrase, but we're always, like, against it. Backs against the wall. Always. So Dinwiddie at the line again. I don't even remember what happened before the timeout. So, oh yeah, it was Maxey picking up the foul. So I don't know how many fouls that Maxey has got, because it seems like he's been a little bit. He's picked up a couple fouls in this first quarter. Kick him out. Saw he kicked Claxton under the belt. Yeah, he did. And unnecessarily, excessively, and intentional. I can't even say words at the moment. So currently we're playing Dayron at the 5. McCall's on the bench. Harden the 3 is good. Joel kicked him all because Nick stood over him. Yeah, and Clax didn't retaliate at all. He could have absolutely thrown a hook. A right hook right at him if he really wanted to, but Clax was happy to shit stir. Dinwiddie, the pull-up 2. Ain't it? Spence can't be doing that. That's not his shot. And now the Sixers can take the lead for the first time tonight since, well, 2-zip when they scored the first 2 free throws of the game. Harden. Dayron's on the outside guarding him. He got right by James Harden. Miss. Killed the layup. That was very misdirected. And then Royce just fucking threw it away. Very, very lucky. Cam Thomas is in. Cam Thomas is in. First appearance of the series in regular season minutes. I don't even know what I'm talking about. First minutes of the playoffs. Why am I... My state of mind today is just completely all over the shop. I think that Embiid decision has really thrown me off alignment. Dinwiddie, the spin, the kick, Royce, ball fake. Oh my god. Skip pass, and Cam had to take a dribble. And it's a turnover. JV finally used his brain. Well, you got to try something different if the first two games don't bring results. So that's our third turnover of the game. We haven't really been good at forcing him today. Cam Thomas is guarding James Harden. Clax comes over to help with Embiid obviously on the bench. Good cut by McDaniels, and he scores an uncontested 2. And it seems like the Sixers, I was looking at a Twitter account talking about once the Sixers start cutting more aggressively, especially with Embiid on the floor, it's going to be a problem. So Cam Thomas... Oh my god. And that is the problem with Cam. I mean, it's one possession, but he's just bounced it out of bounds. So if he's a fucking turnover machine today, then we're cooked. That's the reservation I have with playing the guy. Because he can do one or two things. He can score 40, but he can also be a turnover machine and not even score the ball. Reed with the flip for 2. And Paul Reed actually was a pleasant surprise for, well, the Sixers. I mean, Sixers fans probably knew what they were dealing with. Cam, the pull-up 2, is a brick. Like, I honestly think if Cam doesn't produce in about 7 minutes, he may not see more action today. There's just a random-ass foul on Royce there, picking up Harden on the perimeter. So it's going to be Sixers on the side with 8.2 seconds left. 4-point game. Bridges back in. Cam to the bench. Harden. Roll by McDaniels. Clax is there. Rebound Reed. And a block. Doc Rivers wanted a whistle. He's not going to get it. And so that's the end of the first quarter. It is 38-20 or 32-28. A lot of shit happened in that first quarter. Joel Embiid probably should have been sent to prison for that crime he committed on Nick Claxton. If you haven't seen it, I suggest you go check it. Because we've just been dogged, basically, by the refs. Let's have a look at the box score. Sixers shooting it way too well. For my liking, they've started pretty well from the field. I mean, pretty well would probably be an understatement. You can see Maxi's got 12. Every player bar one has scored for the Sixers. Done a pretty good job on Embiid and Harden, who have only got the combined 7 points. But on our end, we've got 11 from Spence, who's gone to the free throw line and made a living there. Clax is 7 and McCall's got 8, which is good contributions. But Cam Thomas getting some playoff action for the first time, probably in his career, because I don't know if he got some last year. But as far as I'm concerned, we've already conceded 5 or scored 5 less shots, or had 5 less shots. Gone to the free throw line, which is good. That's probably keeping us in touch right now, but we've got to be better defensively. It's just been even despite Embiid and Harden not scoring the ball, we've just seemed to be a bit of a runway to the basket. It's been a bit of a procession, I guess you could say. So yeah, but the big talking point out of the first quarter is Joel Embiid, being able to get away with crime against Clax. He's just kicked him in the nuts after Clax stood over him. How on earth something that's excessive something that's intentional and something that's unnecessary cannot get you thrown out of the game. Like, I honestly don't know what you need to do to get thrown out. I've basically gone on and on and on about it this whole first quarter. You set the precedent for the rest of the league. You basically tell players like Dylan Brooks that he can kick someone and get away with it and not get sent out. Because it's clear what Embiid was trying to do there. Well, it wasn't clear what Embiid was trying to do because I think it was just a really brain dead, like it was a brain fade. Ask Draymond how to get thrown out. The problem is, if he, if Draymond Green, right, did that, he's gone. He's absolutely gone. They send him out. It's just a load of rubbish. You know, you basically, yeah. By doing that now you have to be consistent with that. And already they haven't been consistent, so any hope I had left for the refs is well and truly gone, dude. And look, that's just the state of the Nets. That's just the way things roll with every single Nets game. The opposition can get away with murder and it's okay. So, Niang switch with Harden picked up by Clax on the outside. 1-on-1, cross, step back 2. It's good defense, but Harden's just too good. One team gets the calls, some don't. It's not even about like calls in terms of getting to the free throw line. It's just calls like that. Or decisions, should I say. Because they went to the review monitor and they had plenty of time to make that decision. And even then their decision was clouded. Harden to the corner for McDaniels, who shoots the 3 and badly missed it. Rebound by Thomas. So we got Thomas, Bridges, Clax, Johnson, and Royce on the floor. That's a foul. McDaniels will pick it up. He was a bit trigger happy with the fouls the other day. Refs make it unbearable sometimes. This is just another day in the life, as I said. That's a decision that could change the state of the series. Yeah. Thomas scores for 2. He wanted a whistle. That's his first bucket of the playoffs. And it's good to see. It's good to see. And I have a feeling with this bench that the Sixers have in, Cam will be able to capitalise on it with the personnel they've got out there. They've got some good defenders out there in McDaniels and Melton. I think there's going to be an opportunity, though. Clax with active hands. And it's going out of play. It's going to be Sixer ball. I think Harden wanted a foul. That's just fair play by Clax. Never in doubt. So Melton off the inbounds. It was a good play from the side out, but they weren't able to get a shot off. So Melton now drives on Royce. The reverse is off. Get the board, for fuck's sake! Mate, every time. There's no urgency on the glass. So flat-footed, just waiting for the ball to come to you. Bridges skip past the Johnson on the wing. Clax in the middle. He's got an open man. It wasn't the one that I saw, but Royce has it now. He's got 3 to shoot and shot create. Oh, that was tough. And it's going to be a shot clock violation. Royce has been garbage. He has really done nothing today. Just enjoy these last 2 home games. Yeah, well, I'm not taking it for granted, I can tell you that much. We've had 5 turnovers in this game. The whole of last game we had 9. The Sixers had 19 turnovers last game, and they've had 1. So that's where the difference is right now, I would imagine. Melton the drive. There's a foul on Johnson. I think defensively we need to fix certain things up because, yeah, we're doubling, but the rotations aren't... Like, if we compare this game to last game, like, we look so much less proactive, if that makes sense. 36-30 the score. It's definitely been more offensively driven this game. Melton splits the pair, and it is a 7-point lead. So Cam's going to bring it up. He's picked up by Melton. Drive, kick out, Clax. Hook shot, got it, +1. And Clax has been hella aggressive this game. I've taken his jersey off. I thought supporting him would do him good, but apparently not. Apparently I have to wear a KD jersey in order for him to wake up. And look, Clax wasn't aggressive last game with players like Paul Reed in the game. But, mate, he towers over them. And we got a lane violation after Clax missed the free throws. So, as has been the case many times this year, he'll go to the free throw line to redeem himself with an extra free throw. So the free throw, can he make him pay? No, he can't. So rebound Harden. Picked up by Bridges. 2.5 gone. Second quarter. Harden is doubled. Melton, corner for Niang. The three is an air ball. Clax with the board in safe hands, and he will give it a Cam. That's Thomas. 1-on-1 against Harden. Drive. 2. Got it! Here we go. Cam Thomas. Is it your time? Melton gets by Cam. Rolls it out. Good rotation by Clax. Now Harden, the high screen by Reed. Melton, top of the key. He's got Clax picking him up. Don't want to shoot over that outstretched arm. Bro, what the fuck is that shit? Are you serious? Harden is hurt. Bridges hit the deck. Harden still hit the 3, but he is sore. Thomas got by. Wanted a foul. Got it to go anyway. Fucking distorted, but still was able to score it. And now Harden looks to be okay after that previous possession. He lost... Oh my fucking God. Lost the ball, and it's going to be called a foul. Is that not a push-off? We're getting refs you suck chance. If there's any team that can, you know, can actually say that, has the right, the privilege to say that, it's probably us. Based off that first quarter call alone, JV isn't happy. He is not happy. Bro, Tony Brothers has been rubbish. Whose jersey are you wearing? You know who it is. You know. KD, my guy. I'm trying to manifest some good offensive, yeah. Just a good burst of offense, to be honest. I just want us to score more than 84 points than, yeah. More than 84 points. Because last game was pretty dire viewing. If we're going to lose the game, I want us to go out fighting. Maxi's back in with Embiid. Corner for McDaniels. Shoots over Royce. That's a miss. Joel Embiid hits the deck. Newsflash. And now Thomas to Royce. 3 on the wing. It's off. And it's going to be Sixer ball. Royce has been useless, bro. Royce has been useless. Joel Embiid is hella sore. He looks a bit ginger, to be quite honest. So 40-36, we're playing small ball. Embiid is doubled. Harden. Drive. Bounce pass to McDaniels was a little bit ropes, but he ended up chasing it up. And then McDaniels looked for the backdoor cutter in Harris, but he threw it out of bounds. It's going to be Nets ball on the baseline. Or on the side, one or the other. It's Embiid's, like, ankle, I would say. I don't really know. So Royce O'Neal on the outside. He's going to hand it off to Mikal. Gets to his spot at the elbow and missed it. Doe tried to chase up the board. Wasn't successful on the rebound by Harden. So we're getting some looks now. Harden. Good defense, Mikal. Harden shoots over the top. Mikal gave him a bit of space. And that is a bucket. So Cam Thomas going to slow down the tempo. And when we want to play with pace, Cam Thomas isn't really the guy that helps that. But, oh my God. That's a heat check and a half. He missed it. Mikal doesn't get the roll. Get the board. Man, see, we're getting second chance points or a second chance opportunity. Harden bricks the three. Royce. No way! Oh my fucking God. A loose ball foul. You cannot be serious, bro. So, let me talk this through. So, first and foremost, we look at the previous offensive possession. Hang on a second. Hang on a second, man. Oh my God. That is just fucking rubbish. So, let's have a talk about that second chance opportunity we had. You know, the Sixers are capitalizing on their second chance opportunities. We are not. Like, that instance there, that one needed to go in. And then the other way, obviously, Harden's got a wide open three because you've had, like, 3 players commit to an offensive rebound. And then PJ Tucker chasing it up to, well, ultimately they've gotten the whistle and it's going their way, but you're seeing the way they're carrying themselves in comparison to us. PJ Tucker's diving for a loose ball. I'm not going to say he was pushed to the floor because I don't think he was, but he's on the floor getting his hands dirty. Our players are happy to stand upright. You got to dive for it. You have to go for it. This is a game where you can't leave anything to be desired. I'll give this one thing credit. The crowd has been incredible. Crowd has been incredible. Well, it's a 6-point game, and we just need to... We haven't even played that bad. We just... Once again, like, I feel like this was the fear all... like, in all the lead-up. That we were just going to be able to hang around, but because of our lack of firepower, we were never going to be able to get over the hump. How's Mikal doing tonight? Not too badly. I think he's got about 10 points or something. This just does my head in, man. Joel Embiid just should not be in the game. He's a fucking donut, to be honest. He shouldn't be allowed to get away with that sort of stuff. At all. Draymond Green just sitting at home like, what the fuck is the precedent you're setting? How is that the standard? How is that a thing that... You talk about stamping certain shit out of the game. Why aren't we stamping that out of the game? Rubbish. Oh my god. So Cam... But please tell me, right, how PJ Tucker... So Cam Johnson has gotten, like, grabbed PJ Tucker on the jersey. How many times does that happen in a game, number one? And how is PJ Tucker falling forward when Cam Johnson's pulling him back with the jersey pull? Like, that's just ridiculous. So Cam Johnson is still in, playing on 3 fouls, which is an interesting call to say the least. Embiid, the layup, it's off, the rebound by Doe. So Embiid hasn't gotten what he wants, like, at all. Spence is in. Johnson gets by. Oh my god! Embiid, for the second consecutive game, nearly got put on a poster. I'll tell you what, that KD poster would have come off the wall and I would have gotten a custom print of Cam Johnson dunking the shit out of that ball. What was JV's reaction to Embiid? I didn't see it because the broadcast had all eyes on the refs and what they were doing. So Cam Johnson goes to the free throw line. So the second free throw is good by CJ. Probably wasn't fouled on that one, to be fair. So we got away with that, but regardless, you take points where you can get them. So Doe's picking up Embiid. Cam Thomas. Oh my god, dude! We're over the limit. Cam Thomas with a good defensive play to come over and help Embiid, who had his back turned. And he slaps him. Oh, no! He's got him on the... He got the ball! He didn't even hit his arm, bro! That's a joke! Never a foul! We would have been off to the races if we get that steal. That's an easy 2 points. Embiid at the line makes the first. It's just fucking bullshit. Every single call this game... or the vast majority... I just cannot believe this, man. The refs have been fucking paid behind the scenes, bro. This is just ridiculous. Embiid misses the second. Usually a reliable free throw shooter. So the Nets down 5. I'm not saying the refs' decisions are an excuse for us being down. But come on now. Doe, looking for McCall. Cam, he's got it, he's got to shoot it. 2 to shoot. Step back 3 over Joel. It's off. That's what Cam is good for, getting a shot up as the shot clock's winding down and you haven't really made anything happen the whole possession. But it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be a good shot, does it? Tobias Harris. Picked up by Dinwiddie. Backs him down. Good defense by Spence. Forces the miss. The rebound by the Sixers. Are you kidding me? Oh my god, every time. Offensive rebound and 3 ball. Every single fucking game. You don't learn. Spence. Got Joel on him. Do not shoot the 3, Spence. Drive it. Gets by him. Layup is good. Well done, Spence. Well done. Spence has actually led the way today. Incredibly good response. It came a game late, but I'd rather a response than no response. Tobias Harris just bodies Cam Thomas and scores off the window. That's the problem with having him on the floor. 8-point lead. Bridges weaves through and did not get the whistle. Melton, Tucker in the corner. Maxey is open. Shit. They can't miss. They cannot miss. McCall's got a lift. First game he was excellent. These last 2 games he's stunk it up from the field in like a time of the game that matters. It is, for me though, it's the offensive rebounds that turn into a 3, which just kills me. Kills me, man. Let's have a look at the box score and suss out the crux of our problems. Maxey and Harden have been really efficient. We've done well to deal with Embiid. He has been useless all game long. Hasn't really rocked up. I mean, there you go. Like, shooting that well, impossible to win. Or, yeah, to beat a team shooting that well. The thing is with Joel Embiid, I can't speak. Joel Embiid is, yeah, even though he's done nothing, it's just the fact he's on the court and he's present, which has meant players like Harden and Maxey have gotten more room to operate. Whether that be on the catch or whether that be because, whether they're playing ISO ball and the attention is sent towards Embiid because he's in the paint or something. Can see for the Nets, I mean, yeah, McCall's got a lift. He hasn't made a field goal inside the arc. Clax has been exceptional, and Spencer's got 13, Cam with 6 off the bench. But apart from that, like, our offense isn't holding up. For a team that is built more so off defense and you don't really have that many offensive weapons, you need to get stops. We just have not done that consistently enough today. And look, some of the fouls that they have called have been fucking egregious, just ridiculous. Some of them just absolutely aren't there. Like, anyway. We move. We don't make excuses. Look, I hate the refs. I think that Joel Embiid call alone has dictated the complexion of the game. You lose Embiid, our whole scheme defensively changes and it becomes a lot easier. There's less of a burden. So based off the fact that he didn't get thrown out, has arguably cost us the game. I'm not saying the game's over. And I'm not throwing in the towel this early, but I'm just saying that's huge. And then you've got all the other calls throughout. Some haven't been there. Some have been incredibly soft. That said, the stats don't lie. We can't be letting them score on a 56% clip and 44% from 3 or whatever it is. It's not gonna... It doesn't work. It's not the recipe for success. Another thing, I guarantee you, right? The default response coming out of the halftime break, right? We've only had 10 3-pointers. Guaranteed, the talk at halftime is going to be get more threes up, which I don't think is smart unless the threes are absolutely on. Clax is back in. McCall, Dinwiddie, Royce is open in the corner. Got to be ready to shoot it, and he fucking airballed it. Oh my god. Royce has not shown up at all. Maxey did have the space to shoot the 3. Step back 3 is off. Rebound Spence. Strong rebound at that. He's going to feed Bridges in the post, and he scores for 2 off the window. That's a really smart play. He had Maxey on him. So, amazingly enough, we have only... Hold on a second. Harris, driving kick. Tucker's open. I don't think he wanted to shoot the 3. He bricked it. And a rebound for the Nets. That should be the way. Just don't guard PJ Tucker. Let him shoot as many 3s as he fucking wants. Cam Johnson shoots over Tucker and is short on that one. Harris. Embiid, top of the key, does not shoot the three. Clacks right there. Mikal comes over to help. Melton, the rotation over. Spence, well done. That was pretty scary hours with Dinwiddie having to box out Tucker. Dinwiddie the step back two. What is he thinking with that? Spence, you've got to just either drive it. Oh my God. Embiid scores for two, falling to the floor. Just got rid of Clacks. Mikal got right by Embiid. Oh my God, he thought there was going to be contact coming. He braced for it and then blew the layup. And now the Sixers can get it out to their biggest lead of the game. Oh, Embiid is just a fucking joke. Seriously. 270 pounds of fucking toilet paper. Seriously. Soft. He's a fucking joke. Seriously. You cannot get any fucking softer than that. Oh, I don't even want to hear it anymore. Just, if Sixers fans even try defending him for that, good luck. 250 pounds of toilet paper. I said it before the series started, they were going to battle the refs. Well, it was inevitable, especially when you have a Philly team who's got a bunch of foul merchants on there. That being said, Joel Embiid's only had 3 free throws, but it's not about him getting to the free throw line. It's about the amount of fouls that are being called. Or what kinds of fouls are being called. I'm not the kind of guy to get caught up in like a debate about whether the refs are on our side or not because of how many free throws they've gotten. Because it's the context of the kind of fouls they're getting. And obviously you're... Oh, wow. Bridges one-on-one with Harden. Just scores that over the top like it's nothing. But yeah, it's like the kinds of fouls that are also not represented on at the charity stripe. Harris, Harden. Got to close out this half strong. Harris faces up, gets in the paint. And it's a foul +1. That is just exactly what we needed, Spence. So 54.2-ish left. Whoops. Bench Royce after that air ball. Royce is just... I don't know what he's doing. He literally is just doing cardio. I probably could have provided the same contribution despite me being about a foot shorter. So 58-45. Defense has got to lift in the second half, man. I don't know what the solution is. Dinwiddie on the drive. Got it to go. That was a nice little nifty move to get by James Harden. So it's back down to 11. Oh my God, that's a heat check. Harden well short on the 3. And now, with us getting the long rebound, get into something. Dinwiddie's doubled. He wanted the foul. Doe got the offensive board. Cam, just relax. 9-second difference between shot and game. Dinwiddie picks up his dribble. Spence weaves through and is fouled. It's going to be a foul on, I believe, PJ Tucker. It could be James Harden as well. It's going to be Nets on the side, I believe. Because we're not in the bonus, so we can hold for 1 now, which is probably beneficial. Cam Thomas is going to remain in. I don't know who's going to the bench. It's Doe. Cam Johnson returns. So McDaniels is going to come in for James Harden for the final possession of the quarter. So Royce to Spence. And he's definitely going to hold it right until maybe the 5-second mark. Spence. Use it. Oh my god, he is not... Mate, are you serious? Johnson on the catch. It's waved off. And bro, Spence holding the ball for the entire 13 seconds. Like, that is not the final shot you want. So at halftime, it's an 11-point game. We got severely dominated in that second quarter. And by dominated, I mean we can't buy a shot. Or can't buy a bucket. Let's have a look at the box score and then figure out where the hell we need to fix things up in the second half. You can see we just haven't taken nearly enough three-pointers, and that's probably because they haven't been on. The shooting overall sort of dropped off. We've only had 9 assists in the first half, which sort of goes to show the kind of ball movement we're getting. Dinwiddie with 15, McCall with 13. He's been hella inefficient inside the three-point line, and Clax had 9 in the first quarter, or roughly. But Cam Johnson, after scoring 20 last game, has not really done anything, and so has Doe. As for the bench, well, we've gone with an even shorter rotation, and it's not really providing great results, to be quite honest. I need a burst of energy in the second half, man. I would like to see a Sumner in the second half, dude. For players like Maxi, who have been getting off the leash as we go up to them now, you can see the three-point shooting isn't the best. It dropped off at the back end of the second. Assists have not been their strong suit, but scoring the ball has been pretty second nature to them. They've already had, well, they've only had 5 extra shots, but you can see the contribution they're getting is pretty well-rounded. Tobias Harris hasn't really missed, and he's gotten to some really smart areas, exploited mismatches. Maxi on the catch has been pretty deadly and lethal, and James Harden's been pretty good, but it hasn't been a high assist game. I want to see PJ Tucker shoot more of the ball, because he's just, yeah. Like, he's not really doing much when he does shoot the ball. So I reckon we need to... Well, if PJ Tucker has the ball and shoots it, there should be no excuse as to why we can't get the rebound. Because we'll instantly have an extra number. And PJ Tucker, who's probably the guy most likely to hustle for the ball, he's on the perimeter. So you should be able to, you know, collapse into the paint and congest it and get that rebound. No excuses. The good thing is Joel Embiid has been useless. But as we said last game, it all counts for naught if you can't stop the role players. And, well, I'm not going to say Maxi's a role player, but I'm going to say that we are letting another good performance defending Joel Embiid go to waste. He's only had the 5 shots. He's barely gotten to the free throw line. I do want to look at the extended stats, to be honest. Turnovers, it hasn't been a big turnover game. The Sixers have only had 2 turnovers. They had 19 last game. That's what kept us in it last time. So we need to start forcing those turnovers. There's been a couple occasions where we've actually tipped the ball clean, and they just have called a foul on us, which is newsflash. I mean, always happens. The free throw number is good. They've only gone to the line 10 times, which is a plus. On our end, we've had 12, so it's been okay. The rebound number isn't too big of a problem. It's the shooting, though. The shooting is pretty bang average today, if not below average. And for the Sixers, it's just been too good. We've had 3 turnovers according to ESPN. We've had 5 according to the Yes Network, which is good, but we need to be forcing more. And there's been a few offensive rebounds in there which have been incredibly damaging. They've only had, They've had, 4 offensive rebounds, but they're second chance points. I think they've gotten second chance points on every single offensive board. Other 2 games we lead early and lost. This one we're chasing the game now. And we're going to be incredibly smart to get back into the game. Where does it start? Well, Joel Embiid is causing a few issues. in like the way we covered them defensively, and it was no secret that was going to be the biggest challenge going in. But right now we are. I mean, players like James Harden and Tyrese Maxey are just shot creating like crazy, and it's working. On our end, it's the complete opposite. Like, Mikal's tried to take it to the cup, and sometimes is driven into trouble. Spencer Dinwiddie has taken quite a few mid-ranges, which I don't want to see him ever take again because they aren't the right shot. If anyone, has a license to do that, it's probably Thomas, Mikal, maybe Cam Johnson. Hopefully the refs will realise, yeah. I definitely can't see it happening. I'm going to be quite honest with you. I don't think it's going to happen. Yeah. I mean, tough situation we're in because, I mean, you're already, backs against the wall. You've got less firepower. You're down 11. The referee decisions haven't gone your way. At this point, what is the solution? I don't know. I mean, I'm not here to decide that because I'm not a coach, but it would probably... Well, the rotations haven't been too bad. The turnovers, trying to force a few more, those would be great. I think at times, we've had an opportunity to get a steal, and it's like been half successful. We haven't been able to execute it. We've been right there for it, but we haven't executed it. And in doing so, because we've overcommitted to trying to get the steal or something along those lines, there's been an open look for the Sixers, and it's been a real dagger to the heart. It's been a pretty, like, this game's been agonizing in ways because we saw that play happen in the opening 2.5 minutes where Embiid just committed a crime, and since that point, like, it's just been shot after shot they've made, and some of them have been really painful to watch, especially the ones where you have 15 million players in the paint that can't get a rebound. I just want to look at what people are saying about the Embiid call. Just searching NBA refs on Twitter, that usually stirs the pot a little bit. A lot of reference to the Draymond Green shit. Yeah. Wonder what Dre thinks. I reckon he's probably got a few things to say on the podcast episode, or his next podcast episode, for sure. Like, Draymond Green's going to get a 1-game suspension for stomping. Joel Embiid has connected. He may not have connected significantly, but the intention was there. Like, that is... And he swung pretty... Like, he swung his leg pretty forcefully. He's lucky that the angle didn't actually allow him to connect, and Clax got hit square. And Joel Embiid said last game, as an ultimate shit-stirring play, or something that a shit-stirrer would say, said that we are rich in complaining about calls, referee calls. So rich coming from him. So rich. And look, Draymond Green's was bad because he's properly like stomped his foot on Sabonis, which has actually caused injury. But could you say that Sabonis locked his leg up? Yes. All that Clax did was step over him. And his retaliatory act was to kick Clax. I mean, that says it all for me. It shouldn't be any... It should be clear. Like, those kind of decisions, what even is discussed by the refs in that exact situation? I'll never understand. But bro, Joel Embiid is just fucking annoying, man. There was one where Royce lightly pushed him to the ground. It's a foul, but I hate Joel Embiid not because he gets the fouls, but because of the way he gets the fouls. And usually the way he gets the fouls is flopping. Especially in the playoffs where the fouls, you probably have to go reaching a little bit more to get them. You know what Clax should have done? As he should have, like, returned the favor with Embiid, but, like, what's the word? Like, when he got kicked and fell to the floor, he should have landed right on top of Embiid. Because that'd be a very Embiid thing to do. For the second half, though, I can't say like players like Spencer Dinwiddie haven't been good. Because they have. Like, Spencer Dinwiddie's been solid. Clax has been solid. Did Clax remonstrate, make it clear to the refs? Well, he got kicked in the nuts and fell to the ground, but he didn't retaliate of any kind. He actually ended up picking up a technical, which is fucking rubbish. So Clax can stand over the top or walk over the top of Embiid and get pinged for taunting and get a free throw, but Joel Embiid can actually connect with a kick to the nuts and it's the same punishment. One free throw. Come on now. This is hilarious. Extended his leg is like SpaceX calling their explosion an unscheduled disassembly. When talking about the Embiid thing, obviously. Sports Center said Joel Embiid extended his leg. No, he fucking kicked him. That's what he did. Extended. Oh, fucking idiots. Is it blowing up? Yep, it is 100%. On Twitter, it's just gone nuts. That's a joke because that... I just keep saying it. You say that's okay, and that means you give everyone else the pass to do the same thing. It's not the player's job to make it clear, especially when it's obvious like that. They shouldn't have to make it clear. Why on earth is Joel Embiid milking every single damn call? Because he wants the refs to see it. And he thinks he's going to get, like, punished otherwise. Well, I'd be very interested to see what a Joel Embiid game would look like if he wasn't flopping in a playoff game. Some people would say that's just him plays being physical. My ass, there's a line to cross. And they cross that line. Hold on, let's hear what the assistant has to say. So now the other day, there was discussion at halftime when we were playing well that we weren't thinking or like thinking quickly on our feet. The assistant has just said that we aren't thinking quickly enough and we've got to be more proactive and be more energetic. Be ready to make split-second decisions. So, big second half ahead, but it's going to require... yeah. We basically have to play the Sixers at their own game. Should one of his teammates lay on the floor and reenact it? I guarantee if someone was shot dead for the Nets, they wouldn't know it existed. Like, they'd just ignore it. 100%. Alright, anyway. Second half getting ready to get underway. 58-47. Big task ahead for the Nets in the second half. We have to shoot more threes. We have to get more offensive rebounds. We have to force more turnovers. It is just a very simple game. It's not rocket science. Here we go. We're underway for the second half. Potentially the last stream of the year. We have to win this if we want any chance of winning. That's a kick ball. Okay, so ball is inbounded for the Sixers. Embiid gonna face up Clax. Oh, that's too easy. Waves through and scores for 2. Good ball fake. Had Clax going the wrong way. And it's up to over a dozen. Dinwiddie. Clax. Hand off to Johnson. Good hesitation and Clax with the response. The dunk for 2. That's a good start. That's a really nicely thought out play. And now Maxey. Gives it to Embiid, who is doubled with the help of Mikal. Harris, good change of direction. Gets into the paint. Pass to Tucker. Good defense. And that is Nets ball. Stop. Mikal got hit. And he's a little bit sore. Looks like he took a shot to the jaw, I would say. But he's okay. He got hit on the elbow, it seems. So Mikal, the high screen by Clax. 1-on-1. Now the switch. Embiid. We feed Clax in the post. He's got Harris on him. He's got to give it to Mikal. Corner 3. He got it. And he lets the bench know with the trademark celebration. It's down to 8. Got to go on an early run here. Harden picked up by Mikal. Switch. And now it's Embiid picked up by Mikal. Clax comes over to help. Bridges does well defensively. Force the miss. Bit of luck involved. Dinwiddie. The drive. The miss. Mikal with the follow for 2. 60-54. 7-0 run in the last 90 seconds. Slices the lead in half. Maxey. Tucker. And now Tobias Harris. Harden, the switch. Johnson picking him up in the corner. Good switch. 2 to shoot. 1 to shoot. Over the top. Miss. Rebound by McCall. Good discipline defensively. McCall is held up by Harden. It's good defense. McCall is going to drive. Got by Harden. And the flip is good for 2. And we've got a timeout. A 9-0 run for the Nets. We back. We back, ladies and gents. And McCall's been leading the way early in this second half. This is what we need. We've needed someone to lead from the front, and that's been well, exactly what we're being given via Mikal Bridges. So good start. He only had what, I think, he had like 13 points in the first half, but not on great efficiency. I don't think he's missed in this third quarter. He's hit a 3. He's hit a couple of 2s. He's also had a putback dunk in there. So yeah, it's good vibes at the moment. So, alrighty, 60-56. This is exactly the start we needed. We've been pushing the pace, forced a couple misses. That's what we want. And the Nets look better instantly when Mikal plays. The record would indicate that. Okay. Come on, fellas. Lift. What does Mikal actually have? Points-wise, because he started on a tear in the second half. And he's got 20. So he scored 7 of our points in this second half thus far, which is what we'd love to see. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Offense just seems to have been flowing a lot more smoothly at the start of this third quarter. It helps when you're forcing turnovers and getting stops. Lift. I feel like that's a bit difficult to say repetitively. It's a bit of a mouthful to say lift once. Oh, not really. Lift. No. That actually sounds more annoying than stop, funnily enough. Alrighty. Here we go. Hey, it's an idea. It's an option. It's an option. Anything to get us back in the game, you know? Alrighty. 60-56. Play resumes with 9 or so minutes to play. A 9-0 run has occurred in the Nets' favour in the last couple of minutes. Maxey to break the run. Throws it out of bounds. The run is not broken. The Nets can continue going to get it down to a singular possession. Here we go. So 2 turnovers in the quarter for the Sixers after they only had 2 in the first half. Johnson, top of the key. He got it. And we have a 12-0 run. This is the first time in the series this has happened, where a considerably, well, stretched out run, an extended run has happened of this nature. Dinwiddie with the steal. Gets it to Mikal. And a dunk. Ah! Let's go. 14-0 run. We're in front. We have lifted tremendously. Harden, he's looking for help. Embiid didn't even look at him. Harden for three. Responds. That is fucking ridiculous. That's how they get bailed out. And that's James Harden for you. Johnson, layup is good. Oi! Embiid is hurt. And Cam Johnson was sat on by Joel Embiid, who... Bro, Joel Embiid is a fucking idiot. His knee is busted up after that. Cam Johnson with the flip. And funnily enough, it was the guy contesting the shot which got more banged up after the play had ended. Embiid just fell into Cam Johnson, basically sat on his head. What a donut. What happened? I don't even know. I don't even know what's happened there. I don't know how he hurt his ankle. Or his knee. I thought it was the left knee that was in jeopardy. It's the right knee. All it is he's just fallen into the structure holding up the rim. And, yeah, I basically said everything else. Does it look serious? Well, he was limping up the court and he did look in a fair bit of pain, but he's walked it off as he was going to the bench. So I do think he's okay. But he's had a bit of a run-in with injuries in this game, to be honest. Early on, he looked a little bit ginger, and then there's been a couple instances where he's been limping and hasn't looked himself. Is it going to be the Paul George injury? No chance. No chance, man. Doc Rivers has just said, or he said pre-game, that James Harden and Joel Embiid lead the league in missed calls as far as fouls. They may get a lot of calls that are missed, but they also get a lot of calls that are complete bullshit. Look, Joel Embiid should have been out of the game in the first place. Let's be honest. So... If he has to go out to injury, well then that's just the price you pay. That's the price you pay. So the game is tied, and for the first time we've actually properly gone on a run in this series. I don't think this has happened at all. A nice little run of about, I'd say it's a 15-3 run, 16-3 run. It's been a solid run as well. The only points we've conceded in that stretch is a James Harden 3 as the shot clock winds down and Joel Embiid doesn't even acknowledge Harden's existence. So Harden's had to play make. Mikal Bridges is back up to his average. He's gone right back up to the mean. He started the game slowly, 2 of 9. But now he's 8 of 16 from the field on his way to 22 points. So 6 of the last 7. Exactly why we've been able to get buckets offensively. Harris, blocked by Doe. Huge stop there. Bridges is open for 3. Oh my God, he missed it so horrendously. And I think even he's bewildered by how badly he missed it. Maxi. Doe went under the screen. You don't do that. But the miss by Maxi. And Johnson now to Mikel. Drive. Bounce pass. Extra dribble! +1! The reverse by Clax. And he shows the muscles to the crowd. He flexes. He's going to the free throw line. Sheesh. Sheesh. I thought Harden was holding his knee for a bit. Oh, I mean, it wouldn't be a surprise, to be quite honest. Injuries always seem to hijack. Clax makes the free throw. Just checking in, Embiid's kick was worse than Draymond's. 100% it was, because he actually meant it. Draymond's, I reckon he tried to make the most out of a bad situation. Harden nearly showed the ball too much to Doe, who could have gotten the steal. Harden one-on-one. Pass to Tobias Harris. The three is well short. The rebound, Johnson. Pushing the pace. Gonna slow it down a bit. Mikel. Euro lost the ball, and Maxi wasn't able to chase it up. Oh, you can't be serious. How is that their ball? Oh my god. Mate! That's fucking ridiculous, these refs. Another call. Clearly deflected off them. Harris the layup. Got the roll. That is rubbish. How on earth do you come to that conclusion that it's off them? Mikel's got it slapped out of his hand and it's somehow their ball. Oh, you can't be serious. Dinwiddie leaves it for Cam J. Got it! +1! 3! Live by the 3, die by the 3, ladies and gents. 23 points in half a quarter. And the free throw is good. 23 points. Crazy numbers. 23-5 run in 5.5 minutes of action. Tobias Harris to Tucker. I would let him shoot that. They're looking for Embiid. They get it to Embiid, and now the double by Bridges. Embiid. Block! Oh! Mikel sends that out of there. The Nets have lifted. The crowd is buzzing. Mikel with the help. Oh my goodness. Where has this come from? That's their 4th turnover of the quarter. Quick reminder, they had 2 the whole of the first half. Bridges again. Nah, I knew on the release that was well and truly off. Turnover, nearly. Well done by Clax to hold things up. Tobias Harris will send it back out of Harden, and they're going to play slow. Get into a half-court set. The switch sees Harden picked up by Clax. 2 to shoot. Bounce pass, Embiid. Travel! Another turnover. That's number 5 in the quarter. And they're bringing on Joe Harris. Why? Why would you do this? Oh, that is an interesting call by JV. He's brought Joe Harris in when we've gone on an absurd run. Interesting decision to get Joe ready on the side. I don't know who he's going to take the place of. Bridges on the baseline. It's off. Bridges has been given the keys to the offense. And it probably didn't happen soon enough. Harden, layup, good. So 70-67. Joe waiting on the side. Doe to Dinwiddie. Niang, McDaniels both in. Johnson gets through. The runner is good. And we manipulate the Sixers zone and score yet again. Maxey being picked up by Dinwiddie. Now Joel Embiid on the outside. The double arrives. Niang, good rotation across. Niang, the push shot is good. Dinwiddie to Bridges. Early offense. Layup. Miss. He wanted a whistle. He didn't get it. Johnson behind the back. Step back two. Got it. Saucy. Whoo. Get around it. Royce is also getting ready to return. Johnson has 13 and has not missed. What the fuck? There's discussions on the side. Nets fans are irate. They think Embiid's touched it before it's gone out of play. Or he bumped him out of play. He's just pushed him out of play. Surely there wasn't... Okay, no. Clax has milked the shit out of that. I'm sorry. Clax has milked the shit out of that. I 100% can recognize when a player flops. Clax flopped there. 100%. But he's doing a good job of shit stirring. So Joe's in the game. I do not like this move one bit. Niang threw it out of bounds and a turnover. Another turnover. Doc Rivers is also getting pretty frustrated. I mean, of things I love to see, this is one of those things. Dinwiddie one-on-one with James Harden. He's going to drive, spin, kick out. Royce is open. Hit that. Bro, Royce is just doing cardio, man. Harden. That is that not a shove-off? 3-point game. Mikal, where is Royce? Joe on the catch. Brick. Rebound. Dinwiddie. Bridges on the baseline. Kick out. Oh my God. Mikal ran out of space. Stood on the sideline. Joe and Royce, you have to hit the three, bro. You're on the court as 3 and D players. Well, Joe isn't because he's got no defense in him, but... Oh, God. So Harden is getting doubled basically every time he gets it. Harden. Good, Mikal. Harden somehow got a hand in there. And it's a turnover nonetheless. They ran out of time again. Mikal has been incredible in this second half. The active hands, no foul committed. And even though he wasn't able to secure, the Sixers had no time to play with. Mikal goes to the bench with 2.5 to play in this third quarter. And his efforts are the kind of efforts we're going to need to get the job done. 7 Philly turnovers in the quarter. We said that number needed to, get higher and push the teens. It has. Joe again. It's off again. Bro, where is... Oh my God, the looks are there, man. But you've just... Melton for 3. He got it. Fuck's sake, man. Bro, Joe is getting so many looks and is just fucking... Why did he bring him in? Oh my God. We've had the looks. We've had the looks. The ball is zinging around. The method is there. It's just the shots aren't falling, which was the damn problem in the second quarter. Oh my God. I don't understand the decision to bring him on. The looks are there. And Joey's the kind of player that complements the kind of play we're doing. But it's fucking useless if you can't hit the shot, bro. He had to hit the first shot he attempted. So, 74 apiece. Nonetheless, this has been an incredible, fight back. The team has lifted tremendously in this quarter. Oh, man. Cam Thomas, I would bring him in, but I don't think Cam Thomas off the catch is as lethal. Let's see what the... Joey's still in. That's such a weird call by Jack Vaughn, man. I don't know what he was thinking with that. Dinwiddie, a step back three. He got it! Holy smokes. That's not a Spencer Dinwiddie kind of shot that he would usually make. But fair play to him. The Sixers have Paul Reed out on the floor as the small ball five. They've got Niang, McDaniels, Melton, and Harden to go with. Harden drives on Doe. The help arrives. Harden gets his own miss and scores. Way too many times that has continued. Or way too many times that has just simply happened. Royce has a wide open three. This time he got it. And if you're going to be that wide open, Spencer's done a great job of finding the open man and actually attracting attention on the drives. Something he hasn't been able to do in the first couple. You've got to knock those down and repay the faith. Harden just lost the ball. Turnover. Dinwiddie. Drive. Kick out. Joe, please. Why? Oh my God, Joe. Man, they've all been three excellent looks. The kind of looks we said he would get when KD and Kyrie were here. Harden blew the layup. Reed follows it up twice, then misses again. Get the board! Get the board! Oh my God, they have the ball again! Are you kidding? We had fucking 3 players under the basket and not one of them could box out Paul Reed, man. Oh, you're joking. Oh my fucking God, dude. If we concede a 3 off the back of this, I can't be arsed. Harden in an ISO with Royce. Surely that ain't the shot. Royce. Well done, he took a shot. He's also been hit in the guts. This is the second volume. The second edition. James Harden this time is the guy picking up the offensive foul. Royce is pretty slow to get up and James Harden ran away as if to say, what did I do? He is winded. Hope we could have at least this one. Well, I hope so, because I don't want this to be the last game I stream. Oh my God. You can tell neither team likes each other. Yeah, I mean, this is a rivalry that is pretty well documented. So Harden's, yeah, literally hit him square in the balls. So Royce has probably put a bit of mayo on that, but that being said, he did get hit there. The vision shows it. In slow-mo, it doesn't look as bad as what it probably is in real time, but we have lifted this quarter. I don't reckon there's been a quarter in this series where we've scored 30 points. What? He got it! He got tossed! I'm not even a Sixers fan, but how did he get tossed? That's a natural motion when you're driving. That's not even intentional, and he's gotten sent out. Oh my God. That's a flagrant 2. James Harden has been ejected for a basketball motion. How did that get a flagrant 2 and Embiid got a flagrant 1? What the hell? What the fuck? So both Roy's free throws are good, and we're going to get the ball. You can... Look, I don't need to have a PhD in lip reading, but I can see that Doc Rivers said that was bullshit. So he's basically dribbled the ball, and he's, like, done this to, like, shield the Royce away, but he hit him in the nuts. But I don't think that was anywhere near the intent and the force that Joel Embiid possessed. That one's out of play with 9 seconds to play in the third. We're up 6. This is ridiculous. How did he get ejected? So 82-76. Johnson from deep. Not the shot. 2 seconds to play in the third. It's getting a bit rowdy in the Barclays Center, I have to say. Maxey didn't even get a proper handle of the ball, and that's the end of the third. So the first quarter, it was a 4-point lead to the Sixers at quarter time. At halftime, it went up to about 11. In the third quarter, we responded drastically, scored 35 points in the quarter, the most of any quarter in the series, and were able to turn the game around by 17 points. We lead 82-76. We're going to do a little bit of a review in the post-match to really just get a grasp of what the fuck just happened. Right? We'll be showing it again. But if we look at the box score, you can see the Sixers are now sub 50%. The threes aren't falling at as good a rate. 11 assists only in the game. Harden's got 21, but he's now a non-factor. He's gone. Maxey didn't score in the quarter. Joel Embiid scored 2 points in the quarter. Tobias Harris scored 2 points in the quarter. For the Nets, McCall's taken a crap ton of shots. He's actually missed his last 5, but we've had a number of guys supporting him, something we haven't had in the first 2 games of the series. There have been too many passengers in this game. Cam Johnson had scored 4 points to the half. 1 of 4 from the field. He goes out and scores 5 of his 6 shots on his way to 17. Spence has been excellent, 7 dimes to go with 18 on good efficiency, and Clax has been, well, standing up to the challenge. Off the bench, Joe had 3 wide open looks in 4 minutes and couldn't really make it count, but things have evened out. Same amount of shots as them from the field, basically the same amount of shots it makes from 3. The free throw number, I'd like to say that's also elevated in our favor. We've had 16. They did not get to the free throw line in that third quarter. And if we look at the rebounding, or not the rebounding, the turnovers, we had like 1 turnover that quarter. They're up at now 10. So they had 7 turnovers that quarter, which has just changed the complexion of the game entirely. So that's the situation. The Sixers are going to have to play without James Harden and tough this one out, because, look, it is my best guess how they found that to be a flagrant 2. On what grounds was that a flagrant 2? It's funny when the broadcasters of the Sixers, their Twitter page said an absolute joke, putting on their fan caps. But to be fair, Embiid should have been tossed and James Harden shouldn't. So they've cancelled each other out. That is crazy. I am in awe how that was deemed a flagrant 2. Like, that's just the natural thing you do when you drive. You try to create a little bit of separation, and he's just got him a little bit lower. That was never, ever a flagrant 2. Ever. But justice jam on toast, ladies and gentlemen. Justice jam on toast. Now, the job is this. Embiid and Maxey are starting the last quarter, so they're probably trying to stop our momentum. And that may also mean that they need to basically deal with, well, they're going to play the entire last quarter, it seems. Clax, aggressive, try to flip it up and in over Embiid, but that was unsuccessful. And so the Sixers will go to work here. Maxey to the corner, back to Maxey, and now Embiid doubled. Melton drives down the middle. That is way too easy. That, I don't know what the fuck we were doing there. Just way too relaxed. Dinwiddie wanted a whistle. He's going to get it. And Maxey isn't too happy. It's going to be shots for Spence, though. 82-78. His whole hand went there. But still, that's not intentional. Like, you can't prove to me that's intentional. Like, that one's less obvious. Dinwiddie misses the second. That one's less obvious than the Embiid one, which you actually had to go out of your way to kick your leg out. So 5-point lead for the Nets. Dinwiddie's going to come over to help. The help arrives. Maxey to the corner for Niang. The 3 is good, and that's what you gamble. 2-point game. Dinwiddie picked up by Niang on the outside. 1-on-1. He's going to drive it. Spin. Kick out. Royce takes a dribble. 3. Nope. And they can take the lead or tie. Maxey. Looking for Embiid again. Now to Melton. The pass isn't on. The rotations are better there. Embiid is doubled again. Maxey doesn't have the room to shoot the 3. Then he does. And he missed it. Rebound Bridges. And that's the kind of defense you're going to have to play the rest of the way. I think for me, offense is going to be more important than defense, though, because we can fall into a rut and we can't afford to do that. Bridges, the drive, picks up his dribble, turn, short. Rebound Embiid. Harris, spin, layup, missed it, rebound Clax. Good help. Spence picks up his dribble. Royce, back to Spence. Calls for a travel. Skip pass by Bridges. Nearly went through Johnson's legs. He's got 5 to shoot. Clax in the middle. The push shot, he got the roll. And it's back to a 2-possession game. Clax has just been so good this game after being a complete non-factor in the first couple. Melton. That's an offensive foul on Embiid. Clax got sent to the deck. Embiid is unhappy, and Clax is doing an excellent job of instigating and stirring the pot, something that Embiid loves to do on a regular basis, may I add. That was a bit of a flop again, but that's... We talked about at halftime having to basically play the Sixers at their own game, and we've done exactly that. It's 4 personals for Joel Embiid. Bridges lost the ball, tipped away by Melton. Now Bridges got it back from Johnson. Top of the key, gets by Melton. One more for Clax. Got it! Oh! Do not go in there! Oh my... Clax is out of the game! Clax is out of the game! Oh, you can't be serious. He got fucking tossed for that. Are you joking? Clax has been sent out of the game. You can't be fucking serious. In a playoff game, you're gonna send him out for that. Fucking joke. Now we're gonna have to play small ball the rest of the way. Oh, that is a fucking farce. He's just dunked on him. He's just dunked in his face. Oh my god, that is fucking ridiculous. Mate, the referees need to make this all about them, don't they? And Clax throws... I don't know what that thing's called, but it's like... I'm not even gonna bother explaining it. He's thrown shit in the tunnel. What a joke. So now we're playing small ball the rest of the way, unless Dayron's the answer, which he's not. Niang tries to get the spin layup to go. It's off. Well done by, I don't know who the man was there. Doe, good ball fake. Royce to the corner for Dinwiddie. The drive, he lost it. Melton with the strip. And the Nets, or the Sixers, will slow things down. Embiid. Gonna back down Royce. You need to help him. You need to help him. Royce, excellent defense. Forced an irrational shot by Embiid. And now Dinwiddie, the pass nearly cut off. McCall is sent to the deck. It's going to be Nets on the baseline. You knew that was going to happen because they're trying to even it out with Embiid. They already did. He's playing this game. That's the evening out. Clax can't even fucking get excited about a dunk. He's put Embiid on a poster. And apparently in the playoffs, when it means more, even then you can't talk smack. So, once again, Royce is unbelievably good defensively. Knocks that one out of play. Nick is gone, yeah, for taunting. Oh, God. Melton. Well done, Royce. Nearly forced the turnover. There's Melton, the kick out of Harris on the catch. He got it. That was in rhythm. And we're just going to have to find a way. We're just going to have to find a way. 2-point game. Spence. Royce. Back to Spence. He drives on Niang. The kick out to McCall. Doe for 3. Got it! Let's go! Big 3, because I don't think Doe had made a shot today. And they had defended that possession relatively well. Embiid was a bit relaxed with his defensive coverage. Good cut backdoor by Melton. Picks up his dribble. Sends it back to Embiid. 4 to shoot. Layup is good. He's just too big, too strong. And it's a 3-point game. We've just got to keep the scoreboard ticking, man. McCall needs to take over? I don't think so. I think it's just best shot available. For a team constructed like this, best shot available. Royce, back to Spence. Doesn't shoot the 3. Royce does. Live by the 3, die by the 3, people. So with 6 minutes to go, we cannot afford to get into a rut, especially playing Royce at the 5 on Joel Embiid. Harris, layup is off. Rebound by the Nets. Present again. Royce takes it all the way. Extra feed was not 100% accurate. Doe's open for 3. Oh, how did that rim out? It was like 95% down. Oh my God. Oh my God. How? What is going on? CJ's open. He missed it. It rimmed out for the second consecutive possession. Turnovers are plenty. I'm losing my voice and we've got 5 minutes to play. Embiid, the spin. Royce, offensive foul. Ah! I'm getting excited, people. 5:20 to play. We've held him off this long. Embiid is one foul away from getting sent to the bench not to return this evening. And Royce, again. Royce O'Neal, he was non-existent in the first half. His defense in the last 3 to 4 minutes with Clax off the floor has been unbelievable. Mikal needs to have the ball in his hands. Let him create. As I said, I don't want Mikal to have the ball and dominate usage because I think that makes things too predictable. That being said, Mikal's probably the guy that attracts the most attention. So, friends, this is the situation. Joel Embiid in the first quarter kicks Clax in the nuts. Clax picks up a technical for walking over Embiid, and Embiid gets a flagrant one, which was ridiculous, right? In the third quarter, James Harden, driving to the basket, springs his arm out to create a bit of separation with Royce O'Neal. Royce gets hit in the nuts again. For the second time, a player has been on the receiving end. Harden gets thrown out of the game because the foul, gets upgraded to a flagrant 2. And then Nick Claxton puts Embiid on a poster in the last quarter and gets his second technical for taunting. So he gets thrown out. So currently we're missing James Harden and Nick Claxton, 2 big players for their respective teams. Joel Embiid is on 5 fouls, and he's also picked up a technical as well. Or he's on a flagrant 1. So I don't know if you pick up a technical, you're gone. Regardless, Embiid, if he picks up another foul in the next 5 minutes, he's out. So Royce has been, I reckon, the most important player. It's important to knock down your shots, and we need to keep the scoreboard ticking. But Royce O'Neal, defensively, has been on crack. He's guarding a guy who is about 5 or 6 inches shorter. Looking a bit flushed in that beanie and hoodie. Bro, it's not that warm here. But I think it's the importance of the game that's getting to me, bro. Oh my god. Fix the eyebrow up. Because that shit's out of control as well. Man, I don't know what to say, dude. Crazy stuff. Yeah, can we bring Dame into the game, please? Go at Embiid right away, go straight to the hole. That's all we need to do. But watch, they're not going to call a foul. They're not going to call a foul. Clax is the next Dylan Brooks. I wouldn't say that. See, Dylan Brooks will go 4 of 12 from the field and think he's all about it. Clax has more belief in himself. He doesn't really disregard the opponent he's playing. He's more about himself. So, if Joel Embiid gets sent out, then it becomes very interesting as a coaching, for the Nets coaching staff, because then how do you approach a team without Embiid and Harden? Bridges is fouled. Maxey is a bit annoyed. Maxey is a bit late to the other spot. It's going to be 2 shots. How is it that far ahead? So 5 minutes and 6 seconds to play. The stop chant may need to be employed soon. 100%. It's got the high success rate. If you're new around here, you know the stop chant holds a lot of weight. Mikal makes the first. We got to make him call a foul. Pump fake and go straight up or we score. We just got to attack the cup. Surely that was the discussion. If you get Embiid on a switch, you attack him. Second free throw for Bridges is good. And look, if they blow by Embiid, because obviously he's scared to foul, then there's going to be an open look with the rotations coming across. The Sixers have had only 1 free throw in this second half. 5-point game, 5 minutes to go. Maxey. See, Embiid could even get pinged on like an illegal screen, man. Embiid, the 2 is good. The mid-rangers are going to be a problem. He's limping as well, so he looks a bit battered and bruised. This is giving me very big vibes from the first game with this team, where we lost by 3. Basically had the lead until like the last minute, half minute. Bridges one-on-one. Cross, got by Harris. Pull up 2. Bro, McCall's got to take it all the way. He pulled up for 2 when he had Embiid by himself in the paint. You got to test the waters. Now Maxi doesn't shoot the step back 3. Gets it to Embiid instead. He's doubled. Melton to the corner for Harris. The 3 is off. The rebound by Tucker. Embiid shoots the 3. Missed it. Get the board. We can't get the board. It's a foul. Oh my fucking God, dude. How many rebounds are you going to give him? 2 misses. 2 misses, bro. Embiid is, like, he can barely fucking walk. He is in a bad, oh, he's not in a bad way, but he's just looking very, very ginger. He's, yeah. He doesn't seem to be coping too well with the injury that he's sustained, but it's 92-89. I'm not going to look at the box score until the end. If you are enjoying the stream, make sure to drop a like and sub as well if you're new. We won't be back here for Game 4, but if the game obviously ends in our favour, we probably will be back for Game 5, depending on the time. Depending on the time of the game, I'll be streaming Game 5. Game 4 is not possible because it starts at 3 a.m. over here. Unfortunately, it is what it is. They don't know how to get in position for a rebound. Only person I know who can position well is Sharp. The problem is that your boy Dorian Finney-Smith, like, the ball is ricocheting out and he's actually got front position. Like, he's closer to the basket, but it's just the bounce is getting over the top. That being said, just get the fucking rebound. We have to target Embiid, though. It's just a no-brainer. You get Embiid out of the game, the situation becomes a lot easier. Because you can just go straight up man-on-man and you don't have to double. The guy you'd probably have to back to hit a shot would be Tyrese Maxey, which, mind you, I'm scared of, but like, that being said, it's a hell of a lot better than having to deal with Maxey as the third option. And Embiid also, like, you remove Joel Embiid, and all of a sudden, you know, the pathway to the basket is a lot more clear-cut. Like, you don't have Embiid sitting in the paint deterring you from not taking the shot. So, this is really, you know, pulling at my heartstrings. Tyrese Maxey hasn't scored in the quarter. No, sorry, not the quarter, the half as well. So, given he hasn't really shot the ball in the second half, that'd be a big responsibility to give him in the closing. So, after we scored 35 in the third, we only have 10 points in the last. Can we hold him off? I'm not quite sure. Alrighty, here we go. 4 minutes to play, 3-point game. I beg we close this one out. I beg. That's funny. Jacques Vaughan is blocking off Iron Eagle. So it looks like it's RJ, Sarakustok, and JV in the commentary booth. Okay. The crowd is going cuckoo, and rightfully so. The stakes are high. So it's Sixer ball in the corner, or on the wing. They've got D'Anthony Melton in the game closing this one out. Here we go. Maxi drive, layup, is off. Rebound Doe. And Spence will slow things down. The problem when we slow things down is that's when the offense turns to shit. So as much as you want to secure the game and not play quick, time is your friend, you got to be smart. 4 to shoot. Dinwiddie 3. Brick. Rebound Tucker. That's the problem. That is the thing that is going to kill us in the end if we're not careful. Embiid. Maxi. One-on-one with CJ. Drive. Gets by. Flip is good. And he got it down to 1. I thought I heard a whistle. That would have been a foul. Oh my God, we have to drive it, dude. We have to drive it. Do not get caught into this trap of thinking you need to wind the shot clock down and chuck up a 3. We don't have a guy suitable for that style of play. Mikel, drive. 2, he got it. Tough shot in the mid-range to cut it. Oh, extend the lead to 3. And it was a good dime by Royce to find Mikel open at the top of the key. Maxi. Embiid. Lost the ball. Mikel! Go! Oh, he missed the layup! The tip by Royce! Mikel was looking for the foul, and for the second time, he blew the layup doing so, but Royce was there. The lead is now a 2-possession game with 2 minutes to play. Maxi, oh my God, Mikel. Miscommunication, and it's now a 2-point game. What's going on? I don't know why there was a stoppage. So Maxi knocks down the 3. We're in the final 2 minutes. 2-point game. Have to keep the scoreboard ticking over. Spencer Dinwiddie. Doe in the corner. Back to Spence. He's got Embiid on him. You drive. Oh my God. Royce just fucking threw it away. Maxi. Layup is good. What on earth is Royce doing? You have to drive it at Embiid. You have to drive it at Embiid. Mikel, I'm shaking, dude. Bro, come on. This is fucking ridiculous. Mikel, step back 2. It's off. Rebound Tucker. Okay, the stop chant's coming out. Stop. 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 Please, stop. Stop. It's off. Get the board! Oh, you're kidding me. They fucking called a foul. Again, we can't get the board. Bro, I can't be fucked. I cannot be fucked. How can we not get the rebound time and time again? Does my head in. Oh my God. We do this to ourselves every fucking game. You have to... Why have we not just driven at Embiid? I understand the Sixers have been cutting the avenue to the basket off well, but you've just got to be better. You've got to move the ball. And how many times do I say that you've just... You can't play slow. As much as the game demands it, we are not cut out for this shit. Because we don't have, like, a player that can let the shot clock wind down and be a guaranteed bucket like KD. So we're going to have to back ourselves in to get stops from here on out. We've done a pretty good job of it. But it's the offense, always the offense, that does us in. Such a vibe from that first game we played with this new team against this Sixers team. The exact situation. In the final minute, we blew it. And the Sixers got over the hump. Where's the bucket going to come from? I don't know. But we've got to first get a stop here. I'm just going to say the stop chant and hope it manifests into something good. Stop. 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 He got it! No! Oh my god, that has to be like a first for the stop chant, not actually working. Dinwiddie the drive and spin. He blew the layup! He's got the foul! Oh my god, what the fuck? He's gonna challenge it. That could be a win. And he may win it, actually. Bro, I actually think that was so smart by Doc Rivers. You think all the attention's going to Embiid, and then you just give the ball to Maxey and let him make shit happen. So it's a challenge. And, if they overturn this, that it's a very soft foul, but given the way the refs have been, like, men on a mission, who fucking knows what the answer's gonna be? Maxey is killing it this quarter. Well, it's not even this quarter. It was like the last 3 minutes. It's going to be fucking hilarious if Spencer misses both free throws. I don't back this team even if we get a stop to get the rebound. Here we go. It's going to be 2 shots. It's going to be 2 shots for Spencer with 39 seconds. We have an unsuccessful challenge. So it's going to be 2 shots. The Sixers are now out of timeouts. We have 2 in hand. So, first and foremost, Spencer's to make the free throws. Then we have to force the stop. Obviously, the Sixers don't have a timeout remaining. And if we can score... Well, first, I'm going to worry about these. It goes in. And obviously, there's been a couple of occasions where the ball has just not wanted to go in. That Doe three-pointer where it was 95% down comes to mind. He bricks the second. Fucking newsflash. We have to get a stop now. Spence had to make that free throw. You got to get a stop. Maxey picked up by Bridges. Switch. Maxey. 2. It's short. Rebound Royce. We're not going to call a timeout. What are we doing? Spence the drive. Blocked by Embiid! He wants a goaltend! It's... I cannot believe this. He got it! He got the fucking ball! Fuck's sake! That's a clean block. And that's exactly why... That's why you need to drive on Embiid earlier. Because for plays like that where you're trying to take it all the way to the cup, if Embiid's the help defender, odds are he isn't fouling. So PJ Tucker at the line, he's an 83% free throw shooter on the season. He can basically ISO with 2 makes, but he bricks the first. Pressure gets to him. I don't know why JV didn't use a timeout. We had 2 timeouts in hand. I would have preferred we drew something up. Dayron's coming into the game for rebounding. You know how it is with us and rebounding. If we don't get the fucking board, and this is a Nets Cavs situation, I'm going to be irate. 8 seconds. Down 2. Tucker with a free throw. The second is good. So they crack the ton. And we're going to get 1 chance to somehow send this one to OT. Mikal, DFS, Cam, only people who are able to shoot this. We just need someone to knock down a 3. Just anyone. Get fucking... honestly, who would you... You just got to bring in 3-point shooters. That's it. JV is such a fraud. It's not even that. It's the fucking offense. In the final 5 minutes, we aren't a team cut out to play slow. We talk about this all time in pre-game and post-match presses and shit. We want to play fast at all times. But when you're leading in the late game, when time is your friend, you slow things down, and that doesn't suit us. And we stop moving the ball, and we get into stagnant play. We had an opportunity with 5 minutes and, 20 seconds to play. We had an opportunity to just attack Embiid at all costs with 5 minutes 20. Now, the last time we had this situation, Spence scored a 3 from the logo after the buzzer. God knows. I think we've got to allow a few seconds to get a board. You got to get it in. You got to get it in. Oh, my... Royce O'Neal. I'm just going to let the shot clock expire. Royce, you fucking idiots. We had 2 timeouts. We had 1 remaining. And why did JV not call it? Royce threw the ball away about a minute and a half to go. And he fucking did it again. He fucking did it again. This game, man, we had so many fucking opportunities to close it out. There's a few seconds left. It doesn't fucking matter. We have fucking thrown this. Again. Literally, Royce threw it away. The guy has played some ridiculously good defense on Embiid for the last 8.5 minutes. That said, those 2 turnovers that he's committed in the last 2 minutes are probably the 2 most brain-dead turnovers I've ever seen. That is TLC level. That is James Johnson level. It's crazy. It's crazy, dude. Royce. Oh, for fuck's sake. I would have literally... we can't even fucking get the ball in. Doe's going to have a 3, which he misses, and that's going to do it. We have fucking stuffed that up so badly. No Harden. No Harden down the stretch. Clax, sure he got sent out. I reckon we win this game if Clax is in the game. But we had so many damn opportunities to get this done. And yet again, there has to be a resolution to this because we just simply do not have a closer. Look, right? This is how many points we had in the last quarter. Let's have a look, right? In the last quarter, after scoring 35 points in the third quarter, which has been an issue for us, mind you, third quarters. We scored a grand total of 15 points in the last quarter. Mic drop. Last game, this game, we've had opportunities. There's been situations that have gone in our direction. Sure, Embiid, didn't get thrown out, and maybe that would have seen the game pan out a lot differently, but James Harden got sent out for nothing. Like, we got that delivered on a platter. Sure, Nick Claxton should have never been ejected because, quite frankly, I think the taunting crap is a load of rubbish. Because you can't, I'm not saying this just because it's a Nets player that got sent out, but for every taunting thing, every taunting technical, that is a load of rubbish. Taunting technicals are rubbish because you can't even get excited when you do something good or something that you should be getting hyped up about. Where's the trash talk element in the game? It's gone. It's dead and buried. Because the refs need to make it all about themselves. Right? Regardless, it's ridiculous. I'm lost for words. In a playoff game, you can make such a decision that can, for a team that is so hell-bent, or not hell-bent, so dependent on a center. We only have one proper, known, proven center. And you've taken the one center out. That changes the complexion of the game. That's just like if Embiid went out, the Sixers who play through Embiid would have been heavily impacted. That changes the complexion of the game. Regardless, though, I cannot help but think, and I've said this numerous times in the last 3 minutes, we needed a certified bucket getter, right? Did not have that. We play into the hands of oppositions when we play slow down the stretch. There hasn't been one close game I can remember where we've been able to close out a game comfortably when it's within 5 to 7 points. Because we can never get enough buckets to hold them off. Or never get enough buckets to even it out and keep it at 5 to 7. It always gets down to 1 or 2. And at that point, you're basically hoping that they will miss. Unfortunately, in the playoffs, you will get punished if you score 15 points in the last quarter. The defense wasn't bad, yet again. 102 points conceded to the Sixers isn't bad by any stretch. It's the way in which we concede some buckets. You talk about the second chance points, like them getting offensive boards and scoring a 3. You talk about, turnovers. Turnovers we did a great job of dealing with or keeping, relatively in control, right? But if we look at the way, we had 8 turnovers. At 3/4 time, we had 4. So we had doubled the amount of turnovers in the last quarter that we did in the first 3. And those 2 Royce turnovers where we just got in 2 minds and passed it away half-assed, that's the kind of shit that costs you the win. Now, if I look at the box score, you'll notice that, we had 26 from Mikal. It was on pretty bad efficiency. He actually went 1 of 10. He started, I think it was 2 of 9. Then he went on a run in the third quarter where he was 6 of 7. And then he's gone 1 of 10 to close out, which is crazy. Spencer Dinwiddie, 20.7 dimes, but it was an unnatural ending to the game. He didn't share the ball around. Once again, getting into a rut. Cam Johnson didn't score in the last quarter. It's these issues. It's these issues that we don't have someone that can just close the game out, man. Clax getting tossed really hurt. He had 18 points. Was a team high plus 13. Obviously, the run hadn't happened yet for the Sixers, but that being said, the fact we couldn't attack Joel Embiid when he was on 5 fouls with 5.5 minutes left is just unforgivable. Unforgivable. You shouldn't be going into ISO ball and shooting bricks that early. If you're going to wind down the shot clock, you do it in the final 2 minutes. We were shooting 3s ages ago. Like, well earlier in that fourth quarter. Then again, a lot of things could have gone our way. Dorian Finney-Smith, that three-pointer that was like halfway down and then decided just not to go in. You know, that sort of shit can really matter. And if we had that extra 3 points on the board, things could be a lot different, and the game could have been tied at 100 and you're actually going for the win. Then again, it would be more agonizing if Royce turned it over on a tied ball game. Royce gets too many minutes. The reason Royce played was because Clax got tossed and you had to play a 5. And Royce, to his credit, played well defensively on Joel Embiid. We have a look at the box score. DeAnthony Melton with 13 off the bench. Some big buckets there. Tyrese Maxey had 15 in like the first 2 quarters, then didn't score in the third, went missing in the last quarter, the last 5 minutes. You know, scored 10 huge points. Joel Embiid was well held, and Royce O'Neal was a big part of that, because Joel Embiid, as soon as Clax went to the bench, he could have gone off the leash. And to Royce's credit, he's held him, well, you know, kept him at bay, and Joel Embiid had no impact. And had things difficult. We played the kind of game we wanted to play physicality-wise, because Embiid had nothing easy, but that's the killer thing for me. Embiid was he was on 5 fouls and he also had 5 turnovers. So you could have forced the turnover and he could have fouled on the break. Mikal Bridges a couple times blew layups, you know, trying to engage Embiid in another foul call, which Embiid did a good job in staying out of. The James Harden ejection, do I think that may have actually been detrimental to us? Potentially, because they may have played up more ISO ball, and James Harden may have not showed up. But this is another opportunity that has gone begging. We play slow to let the clock wind down, but the problem is we don't do it efficiently enough and we don't score in those possessions. We slow the play down. But what a game in terms of all those like events that happened. Embiid getting a flagrant 1, Harden getting a flagrant 2. Crazy stuff. But Tyrese Maxey, man, credit to him, because like I said in the preview that I did not want Maxey to be the guy, and we needed to be mindful of Maxey scoring 25 to 30 and getting him over the line in a game where we keep Embiid at bay, keep James Harden at bay. And this is the second game in the row we've done a considerably good job on Joel Embiid defensively, and Tyrese Maxey has still gotten off the leash. He's scored 58 points in his last 2 games and has been the difference, right? So it's just incredibly frustrating. Giving Joe any minutes was another underrated bonehead decision. To be fair, the 3-pointers Joe got were like, it was delivered on a platter. Hand delivered by a waiter. Like, it couldn't come to him any easier. He just didn't knock him down, and obviously we would have loved a couple of threes to go down there, but Joe played 4 minutes. I'm not going to be the guy that says that Joe Harris is the reason we lost, because the 15-point last quarter is why we lost. And I think it's going to be a learning experience. Actually, I think it's going to say a lot about what we need to do next season in terms of finding a player or nurturing Mikal into being that player that can score the rock and get through defenses that have, they're putting it all out there in the last few minutes of a playoff game where nothing's going to be easy. So I think it's going to help us roster construction wise, because we don't have that guy. We don't have that guy to... I think Spencer Dinwiddie had a good game today, but I don't think, for a player of his experience, I think it's unacceptable that he keeps on letting the shot clock wind down and not doing much with. I'm really upset by a stagnant offense. Yeah. It's a frustrating watch, and as a Nets fan, it's just gonna, this shit's gonna happen. As long as we don't have a star to get us out of the mud, these things are gonna happen. The inconsistency doesn't just happen game to game, or game by game, like the last game and the next, but it happens within the game itself. We had a very good third quarter mixed in with a very iffy first quarter, and then the second and the fourth were probably dominated by the Sixers and dictated by the Sixers. Embiid is a clown. He is a clown. Full stop. We did exactly what we needed to do against him. That Clax technical is just, yeah. That hurt. Nets need a PG that can create and control the tempo. To be fair, as I said, Dinwiddie controlled the tempo for the first 3 quarters. He had 7 dimes, 20 points. And I think the assist number did not change in the last quarter, and that's an issue. Because he's got 7 dimes in the first 3 quarters. He did a pretty good job of that, and the turnovers were pretty non-existent with Spence. He did a pretty good job. And he was also scoring the ball, but the problem is, as I said, when you've got that, when you're entering that stage of the game where you need to slow things down, you've got to find the balance between holding on to the ball and facilitating, or letting the clock run down. Like, you can let it run down, but don't have the ball still with 5 to shoot and you haven't really created anything. That's the problem. We figured out how to stop Joel, but when we focus on an Embiid, we let Maxi cook, so we have to learn how to stop both of them. That's just the problem with having Maxi on top of Embiid and Harden. I do think that while losing Harden should have meant that, I actually think the situation became tougher to navigate. On paper, it seems easier, but let's say Embiid got his 6th foul. I'd say it'd be much harder to navigate how to defend the Sixers, because you've only got Tyrese Maxey, and all of a sudden this like zone you've been playing, this double teaming with Embiid, no longer, that's like thrown out of the window because you don't have that player you've got to deal with. So then it becomes a matter of what do you throw at the team to still stop them, because then you can become a bit too relaxed and play man on man, and sometimes that just puts you in the bin. These refs be pissing me off so much. Yeah, I mean, the referees bloody shithouse. I mean, look, I have to put a bit of blame on McCall going 1 of 10. He took 26 shots and only made 1 of his last 10. It's like, to be fair, oh yeah, like, to be honest, should I say, not to be fair, to be honest, Clax just, like, full stop, like, it's just ridiculous that you can't get G'd up about a foul or a dunk or something good you've done. Like, Clax twice got a technical for taunting. Like, seriously, where is the life in the game going? It's gone. Who is the taunting affecting? It's not affecting the referees. It's not affecting the integrity of the game. If anything, it's promoting how the game is to be played. Joel Embiid is the king of taunting. Does he get technicals? No, he doesn't. Other players, the same shit happens. I mean, it's rubbish that Embiid... Yeah. Look, what we're going to do quickly before we leave is we're just going to go through each call. Just quickly. So, I mean, you've definitely not missed it by now, right? But, hang on. Let me get... Okay, that's good. Okay. So, here we go. So this is... That is the first one. That was not called a flagrant. That wasn't called a flagrant. Right? Then we can look at the Harden ejection. And I've got no fucking idea how this wasn't an ejection. So this is the Harden ejection. Yes, I'm changing the scoreline as we go. Let me just pop it back down. This was the Harden ejection. For this. That was the Harden flagrant 2. You're telling me that is more forceful than the Embiid one? No fucking chance, right? Then, so the Clax step over with the Embiid incident is the initial first technical, and then the second technical. Where's the ejection? Here it is. Let's have a look. Okay. And this is the second technical, right? You can sort of see it at the bottom of your screen. The drive, the shot by... No. Yeah, the bounce pass to Clax. The dunk is good. And he just basically does that. And then gets tossed. For what? For what? Mind-boggling. Will I do AFL streams? Probably not. More so because I've just got doing the analysis stuff through the week. Where would you say they could work on in order to take the next game? Well, this could be my last stream of the year, actually. So better I get a lot off my chest now. But yeah, there'll be a bit more AFL stuff coming, I would assume, when the NBA stuff ramps down. The rebounding edge, that's an interesting point of discussion. 34 to 46, out-rebounded by 12. The offensive rebounds killing us again. And I feel like we get offensive rebounds, but we're not effective with the offensive rebounds because we're just too small. 8 turnovers. How many turnovers did they have? They had 14, so they did have a few in the last quarter. But man, DeAnthony Melton plus 24 in 30 minutes. So you've got a player like Royce filling the Clax void, and you've got a player like Melton filling the Harden void, and you can see the difference. He's a plus 24. Meanwhile, Royce O'Neal is a negative 19. Crazy stuff. But that's going to do it from me. I mean, I thought, well, if there was... I said last game, if there was any chance of us taking a game, it was going to be this game. That's what I said in game 2. And at the end of game 3, we're saying the same shit. Except I think this is even more of an opportunity, or was even more of an opportunity, with Harden getting dispatched out of the arena. Obviously, Clax got ejected, but Embiid was on 5 fouls, also had a flagrant 1. So it's just, yeah. Opportunity wasted again, especially with the lead in the last quarter, basically the entirety of the way yet again, and then losing it at the final hurdle is just killer. See you later, Ignatius. So you're telling me that Royce O'Neal is getting paid millions of dollars just to put his own team down and create a 3-0 lead. Well, I would say that if Royce was garbage, hot garbage, the game would have been well and truly sewn up later on because Joel Embiid would have just bossed him around. On the defensive end. Our defensive end. The game would have been done much, much earlier if Royce hadn't held his own there. But it was on the offensive side, those 2 brain-dead turnovers, and he couldn't hit a 3 for his life, basically the whole game. Yeah. Those kind of things are killer. And we only hit 10 threes on the night. Yet again, that's not going to win you games. I mean, we took 20 threes in the second half, which is usually the pace we like to go at, but making 30% of your 33 pointers is just not going to cut it efficiency-wise. Last stream, well, unless we somehow pull it off in game 4, I mean, we've learnt lessons from game 2, learnt lessons from game 3. It's been a steady, improvement. It's been a steady improvement from game 1, where we just got dominated, but game 2 and 3, the improvements just haven't been enough. And look, to be honest, I expected this. We just don't have the firepower. And our team isn't built to play playoff basketball with no clear number one option that has proven themselves for time. It will be the last stream of the year if ultimately game 4 is the decider. because I won't be able to stream Game 4. So we will be doing a review of the season, I think. I may attempt, as I've done with the other sporting codes that I cover, to make a little bit of a documentary, because this season has been a fucking roller coaster. But yeah, it's if we somehow pull one off in Game 4, then we will have a Game 5 watch along, I would assume, depending on the time of day it is. But that's going to wrap things up. If this is the last stream of the year, we'll be back next season. So thank you for tuning in, each and every one of you, for basically the entire year and hanging around and sticking around. What a damn roller coaster. I mean, yeah, if there was one game that probably embodies our season, it was this one, really. You know, a whole lot of effort to achieve nothing. And a lot of shit getting in the way. And hijacking that. So that's going to do it from me. Thank you for tuning in, as always. Make sure to show your support on the way out. And yeah, we will do a review. I've got a Cam Thomas video in the works, so that'll be out sometime soon. So stay tuned for that. But that's going to do it from me. So thank you. Have a good one. Don't let these Nets results dictate your life, because ultimately it's a game of basketball. That being said, disappointing loss. This one hurts, and ultimately, hopefully, it encourages us to be better and learn from this. It's all a learning experience. Anyway, thank you. Peace out, fellas. Stay safe and enjoy the break from basketball. I'm saying all this as if I'm leaving for good, and the series is over. It may well be over, but we'll see how we go. Anyway, hopefully I see you for Game 5. If I don't see you for Game 5, well, that's a shame. And, yeah, it's been one heck of a season. So thank you yet again. Bye-bye. Ciao.